Hey, my name is Lars Whalen. I'm from Fort Thomas, Kentucky originally. I taught art at Academia Anna Marie Sandoval last year. Next year, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing, but this summer I'm actually the art director for a summer camp in Greenwood Village. I plan on going to Ireland for a little bit and then do a little more traveling between then. Might go back home to Kentucky for a little bit, but overall just enjoy my summer. I went through the Stanley program 2 years ago, got my teaching license, and I look forward to maybe working first or second grade, working teaching first or second grade next year. So in terms of development of the many theories that were presented, I'd say nature versus nurture is really something that rings a bell with me, especially when you're working in classrooms in schools that have very close-knit communities. I feel like nature versus nurture is a very, very important thing to look at when educating students. For example, this year I'd have many different students. They'd come in, have the same assignment, and different reactions. Some of the students were a little bit hesitant to join in doing art, some of them not so much, and I had to take into consideration what was going on at home. And the students oftentimes with parents that are very involved in in their life and their education, they were the best behaved students, and sometimes they weren't. Sometimes maybe that nature and nurture went against them and fired back, and my classroom might have not been accommodating to just them. They're used to a world that was just surrounded by them, but in the classroom they're forced to work with each other. So that was a change that they might have had to face. Also, some of my disruptive students, when they came in the classroom, nature versus nurture really gave me the idea of that maybe they were coming from a home that was not so friendly, and that this environment with so many people kind of put them on edge, and therefore, I was there providing a little bit more extra support for those students instead of just throwing them out in the hallway or telling them to go to the office. So nature versus nurture is a very important concept, I think, in any classroom, and the thing that really appealed to me on that list of theories. I think it also provides you a little more comfort in certain regards, in teaching when you're around students that are like that are disruptive, trying to explain why they are acting that way. And it's not necessarily your fault. So nature versus nurture is very important. Sorry about the video quality, by the way. And in terms of chapter 1, I feel like how they explain the levels of development and the intimacy that come with that development is something that really relates to me as a teacher and within real life. Going to take into account that you're not going to be able to fix the world within just a few hours a day, but you can make a certain impact with certain students, which actually just also goes back to nature versus nurture, which is can you nurture these students that coming in that oftentimes might have a low self-esteem. Maybe a few words, pulling them aside and telling them how great they're doing, or how to improve a little better. It's not going to make as big of an impact as something going at home. What's going on in their home life, or what's maybe going on the soccer field outside, or when you turn your back to them. But it also gave me a little bit more reassurance that I do have a certain, when in the role of child development as a teacher, I do have a certain degree of understanding that it is an intimate situation in certain regards with particular students. You can make an impact, and I think in regards to the readings, the layers of intimacy and development towards a child kind of made a great deal towards of understanding towards me towards my whole year, because I really do struggle with students and how much of a difference I can make. Because some students I feel like I can't make that much of a difference because I'm only there for so much as a specialist teacher. And some other students, I see them around, I kind of make more of an effort. And I have seen some improvement in behavior, but just give them a positive outlook, positive attitude, and that's all I can do. So overall, the reading gave me a little more assurance that, you can do a little bit, but you can't necessarily do it all. A lot of it has to happen at home because overall they're only in your classroom a few hours a day. But you can make a difference. And I really look forward to this class. Sorry, video taping's a little awkward for me, but I hope everyone has a great summer, and I look forward to hearing from everybody. Thank you.